I am making it Africa month. That is why I'm on my dick. I mean, like, come on now. But anyways, it is time. It's time. It's time for some real talk with myself, your newest fave, Nqobile Hlekwayo-Xulu. If you have not subscribed, please do make sure that you hit the subscribe button, you like, you leave a comment, and you tell your friend to tell their friends to tell their friends to come over and watch this video, and make sure that they subscribe to my channel, because I make sure that I deliver. I mean, come on, it's been 3 videos already. But anyways, guys, today's topic is really do I say close to my heart, or do I say very much needed? I think it's a bit of both. So like you can see, today's topic is all about asking yourself if that person that you call a friend is actually your friend. I mean, I have been bullied before so many times by people that I considered my friends. So you might need to rethink the people that you call your friends. But anyways, to cut the matter short and go straight to the stories that I do have for you today. So whenever I think about bullying, or about instances where I called somebody a friend and they ended up not being an actual friend, these two stories in particular always come into my head, because I was really messed up by them. Like, they literally messed me up. Like, I had a bunch of sleepless nights and a lot of tears because of them, and I think that's why I always have them in my head immediately whenever I see instances of bullying or people being heartbroken because of friendship that they had thought was real but wasn't really. But anyways, the first story that I'm going to share, I'm going to try my best to make it as short as possible. The first one happened, I think I was in grade 11. Yeah, it must have been in grade 11. I had these really two amazing guys that I considered my friends, and I'll give them like letters instead of their actual names. So the other guy was Uchi and the other one was P, right? So for some reason I ended up losing P's number, and I still had G's number. So I was speaking to G about P, that I needed P's number. Yeah, because we had somehow lost contact over, I think it was WhatsApp around that time. So I told G, dude, I need P's number, I lost his numbers, please tell her the thing. G decides to screenshot our conversation and send it to P. So when P sees the screenshot of the conversation that me and G were having, he decided to respond and say a really off kind of word that I did not know about. So it was a word that they had created about me that I didn't know about. And if you know, or rather you've had a guy friend, you know that y'all will eventually give each other names. But I mean, it's only fair that everyone knows, don't give me a name and I don't know about it, kind of situation. So what happened was, when P responded with that name, G again decided to screenshot his conversation with P and send it back to me without realizing, I don't know if he thought about it or it was just a thing you could see. At that day, I just had to know the truth about the name. So G decided to screenshot that conversation and send it back to me. And mind you, this is my first time seeing this name. And when I saw this name, at first it didn't click. I was like, what? I'm who? And then I asked, and then what about that? And then he was like, no, don't mind that. And then that's the only time it hit me, when he was like, don't mind that. I was like, whoa. So actually you guys have been calling me by that name. And I think the one thing that made it really hurt was that it was based on, my physique. And it wasn't something that I could change. There are certain things that you can get rid of, there's certain things that you can do to change certain parts of your body. But like the nose that I have, unless I have real money for some surgery, I will continue to have this shape of nose. Like, I have no choice but to live with it, kind of situation. So I was really hurt, and I know that you might not consider this as bullying, but I felt lied to. I felt like, dude, I considered you my friend. How do you say such things about me? And I mean, if y'all are both my friends and y'all can create a name like that behind my back, what else are you saying about me behind my back and not with the person that I also call a friend? So you probably have many other names that I don't know about as yet. And for me, from the day onwards, it was just like, guys, it was good, I loved you, but get sharp kind of situation. And the second one was my very first year in varsity. So I met this amazing bunch of girls at a place where I stayed. It was a commune, and I think we have stayed together for like a good 3-4 months, going into 5. And I think it was actually over that, because I think I changed places around in September and school starts in February. It was way over that. Wow. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It was a total of 8 months. Well, going into 8 months, 7 months going into 8. And what happened was, okay, so this bunch of girls, this bunch of really amazing girls that I thought of at that time, I still think they're amazing. It's just, you know, amazing elsewhere kind of situation now. So what happened was, we were good friends for, you know, the first 2 months, just getting to know each other. And then we eventually felt like, I mean, we get each other, guys. We cook around the same time. Some of us did the same courses, so it was just like, we can actually vibe. So why not? This was initiated by them, you must know. Why don't we just end up, you know, cooking together so we can have more money to spend and we can go out for movies? It made sense. It made complete sense. You know, I just met these amazing girls. It's my first year of varsity, and I'm having the time of my life with such amazing people. Why not save some money and, you know, do whatever we have to do to have fun? It makes sense. Little did I know. So what happened was, after they had brought up the idea of actually doing things together, by the end of the first month, so the girl, okay guys, okay, I must also tell you this. I'm a foodie. Like, I love eating. Like, I enjoy eating. Eating is a hobby to me. Sometimes I'm joking. But anyways, so for some reason, they felt some type of way, because, you know, when they eat like ladies. You know, they do your 2 slices kind of vibes, and I'm not that person. I go 4 slices. Like, fills me up. I'm not gonna eat 2 slices now because we are sharing food. I'm not the one who said we should start sharing. So if you feel like buying 1 loaf of bread is not gonna be enough because now we're sharing, okay, cool, let's buy 2, guys. In matter of fact, I was okay with buying my loaf of bread. You guys initiated, but that's beside the matter. So this is what happened. So we had a little argument, right? And when we had this argument, it was over going to watch some movies rather. And when we went, some of the girls stayed over. We left them at our place and we went, right? So when we went, for some reason, the other girls started sending messages on the WhatsApp group, another WhatsApp group. Okay, guys, I think I'm jumping the story. We had a group, you know, where everybody shares everything, you know, your chores, who's going to buy food this month. We just, you know, the basic stories, the stories that are so unnecessary. Maybe we could have spoken about something last night, and then something pops up, and then, you know, you send a picture of that, just so, you know, we always conversing, if that's the right word, even when we are not together kind of situation. And then for some reason, I ended up seeing another group that I was not in, and I didn't understand. And if you know me, you know I investigate. I'm that investigator. So I saw that group and I asked, Aibo, what's going on with that group? And then when I asked that person whose phone I had, and that day, they got all jumpy, you know. And I could see it. I've been with you for like 7 months. I can tell when now you are being jumpy over a situation. But I was like, you know what? I'm not like that. I'll let you relax. So she basically grabbed her phone from my hand, and I saw how jumpy she was, so I let it go for that night. Of course, I let it go for that night. We watched the movie, we went back home. She was so not relaxed. I think she knew that something was wrong, and if I found out, it was just gonna get all messy and stuff. So I saw that, and I was like, I'm not gonna do anything. Then a week later, we decided to visit another friend whom I knew through them. I understand. So we ended up going to visit, and I mean, when I saw that group, I saw that everybody else but myself and my other friend, who I came with to the place, the whole commune, were not there. So I knew that I didn't really specifically need that girl's phone, but I could use any other person's phone to know what exactly is happening on that group. And I did it. I borrowed the phone, pretended like I wanted to take pictures. We were just chilling, nobody was noticing anything. And I went to the very first message when the group was actually created to see exactly what was the group about. And guess what? When the group was actually created, it was named by my name. So they actually created the group because they wanted to talk about me. How important am I in people's life? I thought. And then I started reading, and I went reading. And if you've ever been an investigative person, you know, once you start reading and it's about you, you wanna know everything else. You know, you wanna get to the boiling point, you know. And I read all of it, and it was so heartbreaking. I remember I couldn't really finish. Like, I wanted to get to the boiling point, and I ran to the boiling point so much that I couldn't finish reading the whole thing, and I gave the phone back, and I couldn't help but, you know, cry. And I remember that very day, I mean, we were not even at our place. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say to these people. They've been lying all this time. We have been together for 7 months, and they started the video, I think, on the third month. The group, I'm sorry, on the third month. So this means this whole time, this other 4 months, when I'm thinking we are building a very strong sisterhood, I'm building it alone. That's how it felt. Like, I felt so hurt. I felt so dumb, so unappreciated. And when that happened, immediately I reached out for my phone. You know, I contacted my sister, and I told her what was happening. And this is the messed up part, because we now consider ourselves sisters. Whenever the other one is not okay, the other one is crying, of course you're gonna come and you try and comfort the person. Yay! How dare you come here and you try comforting me when I'm crying because of you, kind of situation. And I was so mad. But I didn't know how to react. I was literally shaking. Everything about me was just messed up at that moment, that I didn't know what to say or how to say it. You know, I didn't want anything. And I think it was just the start of a new month, and we had just you know, given out our money to, well, I don't know what's the right word, combine the money to go buy the groceries. Imagine, it's a fresh new flipping month. I just gave you my money for groceries, and I also just found out that you guys have been talking about me in a group. How am I going to get my money back so I can get my groceries? How am I going to stay with you and continue staying in this place and act normal when I know you guys are literally poisoning me, you know? It was such a hard time. I think that week in all of my varsity life was just like the worst week ever. Like, I can still feel that week. Like, it was deep. It was really horrible. But anyways, then yeah, eventually I had to move because I couldn't stay. Like, like I literally had to move in between the month. I was just so lucky that my landlady at that time was really a nice person, and she was so understanding when I told her the whole story that I needed my money back. Well, I didn't really want my money back. I was like, it's cool, you can keep the money, I'm just moving. She wanted to know why are you moving in the middle of the month and so forth. And when I told her, she was like, it's fine, I'm just also gonna give you back your money, you know, I hope you find the right place. I'm also gonna, you know, kick them out. I don't know if she actually didn't really matter, but it was just, for me, it was just a matter of healing away from them, because healing was never going to happen because they were always in my face if I stayed with them. So it was a matter of, okay, you need to heal, but you can't do it here. And if there's anything I really want out of this video, I know I just spoke a lot more about being hurt than actually healing, but I think it's important for people to know that for you to heal, sometimes it doesn't mean staying, and to also show that you've healed doesn't necessarily mean staying with those people. It's important to know that you can heal away from them. You know, you can heal and be okay with people being away from them. Don't force it. If it's not supposed to happen, it's not supposed to happen anymore. And I think learning that and like putting myself together into realizing that was just, it was hard, but I needed to do it for myself to know that, okay, I've actually literally grown from that. And yeah, guys, yeah, it was tough, still is really, because I still have them. I still have them in lives logo. He's expiring now, but yeah, I still have them. I still have them around. They still, you know, they still leave comment section. They still leave comments. They still send hearts. Wow, the slung is just vanishing. But besides the fact that, you know, I don't hate them, which I feel like whenever you're bullied or whenever you are taken into a situation where you feel completely out of control, because most of the time people would say hurtful things over things you can't change, you know, because they know you can't change it. And for me, I've always taken it as people are always trying to make themselves feel better about themselves by hurting other people. So if you are ever in a situation where you are being hurt, you are not being listened to, you are being made fun of, just remember, whosoever is doing that because whenever they are trying to make something of themselves, people are not noticing. So the only way to get the attention that they want is to try and hurt you. But we can only hope for them to grow from it, and that you also grow from it. So heal, find your way to healing, and it's okay to heal away from them. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for today's story. Too long. Ooh, but anyways, guys, yeah, once again, make sure that you start healing. You find what will make you happy the best way possible. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you literally watched this video up until right now, you're the best. You're the plug. You're the actual vibe. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscription button. Tell your friends to tell their friends to come over and watch. And also, your healing is important. Thank you so much. Bye bye.